We are back at Costco. We are doing an awesome Costco haul for best Costco steaks here. I'm going to show you guys each one specifically means between the USDA logo, the Prime, the Choice, the Select one. I'm going to show you the price, calories as best as I can, which ones are the better of the options, especially if you're dieting, and only the best of the best. Let's start it off. Fourth place, this is the New York USDA Choice. I'm placing this third or fourth because it has the beef cap on the side, so it's going to add a lot more fat. It's going to be more calorie dense. Usually with USDA, it's ranked from Prime, Choice, and Select. Prime being the best quality, the most marbling. This is under Choice. This is going to be placed at 3 or 4, $12.99 per pound. Not a bad choice at all. If we're on a diet, primarily we're going to stick to other better options here. Instead, it's going to be leaner. It's not going to have the fat cap on the side. Not going to opt for an option like that instead. This is the beef loin tenderloin, US Prime, so this is actually the highest in quality. USDA classifies steak is with Prime, Choice, and then below, the lowest is Select. This one, Prime, so it's gonna have generally more marbling in it, and it does on the side. It is $28.99. This is not a bad option at all. Or, what else do we have? Usually if we get the ribeyes, the sirloins are a little bit better. Either sirloin or filet are going to be placed at number 2 or number 1. I think sirloin or filet are going to be your best options here. I don't know the specific nutrition requirements, and on top of that, this is even cheap for the price, so it's $8.29. Sirloin is usually think and plump. Sirloin versus like the ribeye or the New York strip, it's going to come out a little chewier. This one's USDA Choice. It's going to be less marbling. It's going to be a little bit chewier. It's going to be a little bit thicker, but as far as price goes, it's pretty good for the price. So $8.29 per pound. That's definitely one of the top Costco options here for choosing any type of steak. If they actually had filet, that'd be a great option. Next awesome grab here, sous vide sliced grass-fed beef sirloin. This is one of the top options here. The difference between this specific sirloin versus the other ones, the actual nutrition label is on it, so you know how many calories, protein, how much micronutrients you're eating. Grass-fed goes on labeling requirements. Usually grass-fed specifically means if the cattle was fed forage, cereal, grain-free, in the pre-vegetative state. It doesn't specifically just mean that it's just grass-fed. It's between grass-fed and grass-finished. If it's grass-finished, primarily the cattle from start to finish are just primarily fed grass. The opposite is true for grass-fed. Grass-fed could both mean grass-fed, it's most of its life. A few months prior, it can also be fed grains just to plump it up a little bit, just in time. But this is an awesome option to add. I would always grab something like this. So the sirloin, I have not seen the filet, and specifically, this is not bad for the price. The only differences with this is you're also getting sugar, you're getting sea salt, you're getting some seasoning. This is already prepared for you, so the best ways I would implement this, throw this in like your gyros. You could throw these on top of your salads, kind of make them a little bit better. In those gyros, you could just kind of mix like Greek yogurt, ranch seasoning, get a better lower calorie, higher protein alternative. Tastes even better. But this is definitely one of the top Costco options here if we're choosing any type of steak. Pot roast, boneless USDA Choice here, you guys. This one's $6.49 per pound. You can see all that marbling inside, more addition of fat, flavor, and that juiciness is what your primarily goal is. You're gonna wanna go for something like this for your pot roast, for your stews. If we're specifically trying to diet, this is not one of the best choices here. I will say, as far as grabbing stuff per pound, this is one of the cheaper options. This is $6.49. As far as grading goes, this is second right below the Prime. It's just better in quality more than Select. A lot of Costco steaks generally say blade tenderized. They have a machine in the back and they'll start poking holes in it just to add more tenderness, just to break down the muscle fibers. Usually it would say it on the label itself. That one does not say it. Actually, this one says it. This one, you could still cook it to 145 degrees. So I'm putting this specifically because if you don't have time to cook, so you don't have time to season it, prepare it, marinate it. It's Kevin's Natural Foods. They have this, they have the chicken. These are usually prepared about 5 minutes. All you gotta do is add a little bit of oil. For using oil, go light with olive oil. These taste amazing. This is better because this is actually sirloin version. Anything with sirloin, top sirloin is gonna be your best bet. So we're gonna always choose something like this instead. 32 ounces for $17.99. Like I said, top sirloin. If it's 100% grass-fed beef, majority of its life is probably fed grass, but the last few months could still be fed grain just to plump it up a little bit. This is 150 calories, 20 grams of protein. I always include Kevin's if I'm a little bit lazy one of these days and I don't have time to cook. You're not the best cook yourself. This is probably one of your best bets here as far as best Costco steaks go. But there's one thing I forgot to tell you guys. If you guys want to know some of the top Costco seafoods, if you're still on your diet, it's right up here. See you in the next one.